Imagine creating a department with the sole intention of making the government more efficient and more streamlined with less bloat, only to put 2 people in charge of that department when it could just have 1 person in charge, and overall making the government a more bloated, redundant mess. Well, that is exactly what Donald Trump and Elon Musk have teamed up to do after they unveiled the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, named after the alt cryptocurrency, the Dogecoin. It's a meme, and the meme has infiltrated its way into our government, so joke's on us. But here's the catch. The Department of Government Efficiency is not only anything but efficient, I honestly think it's a joke in the first place. I think it's a sham. This tweet breaks it down pretty well in a jokingly way. It says, "My 2 most annoying and off-putting followers, I'll be putting them to good use at an exciting and important new agency, the Department of Sitting at the Kids Table, where they'll be hard at work on all kinds of activities and puzzles." And that basically describes the tone of Donald Trump's announcement of the Department of Government Efficiency, but it goes even deeper than that because the redundancy is insane. Not only do we already have a department made to make the government more efficient, it's called the GAO, but on top of that, Elon Musk might be up to something bigger, pulling those strings behind the scenes, and we'll break that down later on in the video. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and I do want to jump in by showing you that Elon Musk is an absolute scammer. Like, everything he's saying on Twitter right now is a lie. For example, Javier Milei of Argentina just slashed import tariffs. He slashed tariffs. In a push to open Argentina's economy, Milei is cutting import taxes to give consumers access to more affordable goods. Elon Musk tweets out, "Good move. Good move." After Donald Trump has campaigned on imposing 20 to 40 to 60% tariffs on imports into the United States for months. This meme summarizes it perfectly. Milei is saying, we need to support free trade and lower tariffs. Elon says, good move. Donald Trump also says, we need to be protectionist and increase tariffs. Elon Musk says, good move. This man is spineless. I was about to say that Elon Musk has no understanding of the policy at play, and while that is true to an extent, I think he does understand it. He's just acting like he doesn't in order to trick other Trump supporters, and it leads to effects like this. Really quickly, this reads, America and China's trade war will rock the world. Countries that had previously managed to sit out the spat will be dragged into it. And it describes, and it explains how the trade war that began with tit-for-tat tariffs between Trump and Beijing has been raging for nearly 7 years, and it will now intensify in 2025. And people always ask me why Biden didn't undo the Trump-era tariffs. Number one, because the original tariffs were just focused on China, and then China responded with counter tariffs. So if Biden undid them, then it would be an uneven, it would tip the balance in China's favor. So it's hard to undo them, but here's where it gets crazy. Donald Trump has proposed tariffs of 10 or 20% on imports from around the world. Those from China face an even steeper suggested duty of 60%. So that's a 20% blanket tariff and a 60% tariff on things imported from China. That makes the average American tariff already in place, which is around 12%, look modest. Quintupling the tariff on Chinese goods would make a broad swath of products too expensive. Basic goods would be out of reach for most American buyers. Chinese exports to America amounted to around $500 billion in 2023. That could drop by as much as 85% if the tariffs were implemented in full, according to one analysis. And again, Elon Musk understands this. Elon Musk campaigned for the guy that wants to nuke the economy, and he even said himself, some people will have to suffer for the greater good, while he knows behind the scenes that tariffs don't work. Take a listen to him on Joe Rogan.
If you put up giant tariffs immediately and don't give companies a chance to build factories in America, because you got to move atoms. Like, you've got to build a building, you've got to install equipment, you've got to train people. Like, that doesn't happen instantly. So you just got, you want to have for tariffs, you want to have a ramp so that companies can adjust and build the factories and train the people. And
okay, so that is Elon Musk basically describing why Donald Trump's idea of instant blanket tariffs is absolutely terrible. And it made me realize just how contradictory all of their viewpoints are. So they want to increase manufacturing in America, which liberals agree with. That sounds amazing, but people have to work at these new factories, at these new manufacturing plants. They have to work at these Where is this labor going to come from if you deport 21 million immigrants as well? Immigrants provide a lot of labor in the agricultural sector, in the manufacturing sector, even in the hospitality sector. So deporting people other than the humane reasons also just nukes the economy and goes against your idea of strengthening American manufacturing. Now, this brings us on to the Department of Government Efficiency. I want to start by playing this clip of Ryan Macbeth, one of my favorite YouTubers, explaining how it's completely redundant due to the GAO. First of all, let me explain. What is the Department of Government Efficiency? Donald Trump appointed Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to this bold new initiative, that's what they claim, to cut federal spending by $2 trillion and streamline government processes. Streamline it so much that you create a redundant department with 2 people leading it. Here's the problem though. We already have agencies like the Government Accountability Office, or the GAO, designed to do exactly this: track waste, improve efficiency, and hold the government accountable. Take a listen to Ryan Macbeth explaining it.
There's been a lot of talk about DOGE, or the Department of Government Efficiency, which is a new agency that President Trump would like to create for Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to run. And that doesn't sound like a bad idea, but the government already has a Department of Government Efficiency. It's called the GAO, or Government Accountability Office. So creating a Department of Government Efficiency is an inefficiency. So if they're really serious about this, and this isn't some kind of meme, then the first thing the Department of Government Efficiency should do is disband itself and just use the GAO.
Boom, well said. And also, even if you don't disband itself, just have one person leading it. Why do you need 2 people? That makes it such a meme. This reads: the Department of Government Efficiency is inefficient. Elon Musk evinces no understanding of how government works. Last week, Donald Trump announced that self-proclaimed first buddy Elon Musk will head a newly established Department of Government Efficiency with Vivek Ramaswamy. And this assignment is an obvious reward to Elon Musk for his extensive support of Donald Trump's campaign, and this only works to deepen the world's richest man's already considerable influence over the federal government. And as the New York Times reports, Musk's companies were promised $3 billion after inking nearly 100 different contracts with 17 federal agencies last year. It's safe to assume that these contracts will be exempt from the initiative's mission to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies. Somehow, conveniently, Elon Musk's contracts will probably be untouched. Supposedly, this is a long-held goal of conservatives, and while targeting the jobs of career public servants, Musk aims to staff the initiative with, quote, super high IQ small government revolutionaries willing to work 80 hours a week on unglamorous cost-cutting. That sounds terrifying. Again, this sounds like a college level project. Let me take you back to this tweet. The new Department of Sitting at the Kids Table, where they will be hard at work on all kinds of activities and puzzles. But seriously, let's get to why this department is doomed to fail from the beginning. First of all, it's run by 2 people who have a track record of inefficiency and chaos themselves: Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and then Vivek Ramaswamy as well, who didn't run that successful of a campaign. Second, the department isn't even a part of the federal government. It's a non-governmental body, meaning it has no actual authority. So what exactly are they cutting? They're just basically making regulations and sending out tweets to rile people up without actually doing anything. Again, it's not actually a part of the federal government. It's a non-governmental body and has no real authority. And third, its existence undermines pre-existing agencies like the GAO, which we already talked about. They actually have the tools, the expertise, the experience to improve government operations. And, I don't know if this analogy quite applies, but what I assume the Department of Government Efficiency is going to do is try to cut a bunch of stuff that is there for a very specific reason. So just take this analogy. Imagine there's a small town in Rhode Island, and Elon Musk sees that this town is getting way more funds than all of these other towns. Why is this town getting more funds? Let's cut this off immediately. But it turns out this town has a disproportionate population of disabled people, so it needs the infrastructure to support disabled people on a yearly basis. Now, this could be a complete hypothetical. I don't know if such a town exists, but the point stands that there are underlying reasons why these funds are allocated. And if there is waste, I hope they do find it. So why does this department exist at all? It's simply political theater. It's just like political theater. Imagine Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz. It's that type of political theater. Trump and Musk want it to look like they're fighting the big government while consolidating power behind the scenes and pushing their own agenda, we have to be aware and calling that out on the show every single day, as I have been. And don't forget, Musk benefits directly. His businesses rely on deregulation, so cutting government oversight conveniently serves his own interests, and the mainstream media doesn't really call this out that much. So this isn't about making the government better, it's actually about deepening corruption and creating a smokescreen for inefficiency while selling you the idea that they're doing something revolutionary, which is honestly all the more sickening. So it's not just a waste of time, it's honestly a distraction from real solutions that Kamala Harris would have been enacting. She would have had real people as the head of the HHS or the Pentagon, and she would have strengthened pre-existing agencies like the GAO or invested in proven methods to cut waste rather than appointing two clowns to score political points on Twitter. And all that I ask is that if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe. I appreciate and love all of you for being here every day. If you want to help support the channel and help me level up over the next 4 years, you can become a member below. If not, it's all good. The content will be free every single day. See you guys. Peace out.